Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Unsealed and Revealed. Yeah! Clap. You all clap at home. As always, I am joined by Autumn here on the ones and twos. Autumn is going to be taking your questions, comments, and concerns in the comments. I said comments, and then in the comments, it's the same thing. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, and anything you want to interact with, you just say in there, within reason. And then Autumn will be relaying that over to my man over on the side, the guy who we wouldn't have the show without you, Guy.
Well,
Guy Klender.
Hey, everybody. Welcome.
No, that's right. Clap for... Autumn didn't get claps. Now I feel bad about that. We should do a little bit of clapping for Autumn. It's fine. I'm super excited to bring the Erik Killmonger Sixth Scale from Hot Toys from the Black Panther collection. Super stoked to have this. I could keep going on this, but I'm going to throw it over to Guy. Guy, hit it.
Well, thank you. It's a great one, and not filling out our Black Panther collection, because hopefully there's quite a bit more coming, but I do love this one. Box art is in line with the others that we've seen from it, where it has kind of this slight hash background that has a bit of texture, along with the side profile of the figure.
Is that raised, the logo, the face?
Barely. It's not an embossed, but it is
because it's very sharp. It
yeah,
great.
it is a sharp kind of that's where the gloss is in the artwork there.
There it is.
I like that sound. I love that sound. The sound that as you pull out the new toy.
Is that the sound that it makes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's those of you that watch the show know the sound. And we're going to get our credits, which I still love that we do it on there. Lifting that out, and then traditional clamshelling for the figure. When you lift that out, underneath is going to be our display backing. All right, we'll show that a little bit later.
What a tease, Guy.
I know, what a tease.
Now we get Guy's favorite part.
Instructions.
Guy reads the instructions.
Okay, there's not a ton on the instructions, but there is stuff to discuss, and we will. But I'm going to lift off the clamshell lid so we can see what the figure comes with. You have the fist hands that he's going to come already on, and you have 3 additional pairs of them. You have the sword, the spear, and the portrait, the mask-free portrait.
The Michael B. Jordan.
Exactly, exactly. I'm going to take the figure out, set him over here on our turntable, and read you some instructions.
Yeah, there it is. The part we have all been
You've all been waiting for the instruction part. I know, I get a kick out of it. This is going to the instructions are going to tell you a little bit about movement and range. But the thing I always look for in this, and I hope is what you're paying attention to, is the don'ts or the restrictions. Here's some great ones on here. Don't get the figure in touch with sharp objects, fire, or heat.
Okay.
I would hope you wouldn't do that.
You've heard it here first.
You
folks.
heard it here first.
Don't stab or burn.
Don't stab or burn.
Your 6th scale collectible Hot Toys figures.
But here's a new one. I haven't had this one in any of my instructions. Don't rub the figure with thinner, benzene, alcohol, or any corrosive material which could damage the body.
Do they think people are going to try
I don't
to turn
know
this into
if you're
like a Black
rubbing them with
Panther?
benzene at home, but don't do it, is what it's saying.
Don't
do that.
chemically strip
Don't
the
chemically-
toy.
Is he microwave safe?
Yeah, exactly. Is he microwave safe?
Do not-
according to this, it's not dishwasher safe.
Do not taunt Erik Killmonger toy.
Do not taunt Happy Bundle. The other thing that's important is that up here around the neck and down here along the waist, it says these are not removable, and they are not, and neither is the suit. Okay.
I just thought it'd be really funny if Guy just went, they said they're not removable, but let's give it a
But
try.
let's give it a whirl.
Let's
give it a whirl. No, we're not doing that. We're going to get into articulation. first up on this. This is all new style suit that we've seen. Now, it didn't give us in those instructions a limit on range of motion, which in the past we've been getting in their instructions, like it can go 90 degrees or this, that, and the other. That there is about as high as I'm able to get the arms to go.
There it is. Take that, Terry, from How to Be a Poser.
Exactly.
We
Terry,
found
if you
our
can-
winner right here.
Terry, if you can get it further than that, please let me know. I'm not going to risk it. What we saw with our other Black Panther figure that we did on the show, as well as the Spider-Man, is when these suits are this tight and you're moving them, you will kind of get an area that'll bunch up and move. But in rewatching the film, as I did last night, that happens.
Guy likes his prep.
I love my prep. I really do. That's kind of my favorite part. Well, no, I love playing with the toys most. But that's about as high as I was able to get it. However, we've got that new leg joint.
Nice.
So we get the full. All right, let's lift the arm
those-
up there. so
Wow,
I can see.
with those knees and those arms, you could do a solid Platoon movie cover pose.
You could. He does come with a traditional stand. But if you have an extra dynamic and you wanted to have him leap or something, that would be kind of neat. Another bit of motion is the foot itself is articulated. And I'm gonna do a few poses where you can use that, which is neat. But since we have it there, and we have the leg up, it's probably time to look at it, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a question about the feet as well. Oh.
Oh.
Yep, it's that time.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
that time.
It's
that time.
for Tread Watch.
Tread watch! Tread
Look at
watch!
them tread.
Woo! I'm going to spin it. We're going to go up and tight.
It's got little claws peeking.
Yes, I mean, these are like a really nice pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Is that what? Do you get the claws on your shoes when you buy them, Guy?
I've had
custom?
to glue them on.
Yeah.
I've had to glue
There
them
is
on.
a
Don't use-
question from the chat if those are toe shoes, like if, asking about the shoes and the feet, basically. If they're-
So let's work on the articulation of one of the feet right now. It is part of the suit. Okay, the suit goes all the way down onto it. I'm gonna try and look via camera. It's gonna go. It's all one piece as far as the fabric. All right, but we have that nice range of mobility as far as the.
That pronation and supination.
I love that. I like when you pull out the big terms. And I'm excited to hear you pronounce the type of suit he's wearing.
I would get there.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Quite a bit of range as far as the forward bend, downward bend as well.
Point the toes.
You could do a little toe point.
And
yeah.
yep, you can do a little toe point.
Very elegant.
Now, new to this particular body, and we're going to just work our way up with it. It is in the instructions to tell you about it as well. Which I thought was very cool, is the legs can be extended for better movement. I've got a great cameraman and great sound work here. Right here on the, sorry, he's having to work really hard. In the hip area, we're going to pull, and you actually hear an audible little pop. There. It's very slight, but you can feel it. And that's just going to allow us to go with some deeper poses.
I would
little
feel
bit
that
fuller.
you would want a deeper pose with the
Yes.
Killmonger and the Black Panther. They are a very
Yeah,
deep
they're very
pose.
cat-like, and so I thought that was
Yeah.
really neat that they gave us that. So
Yeah, your Spider-Mans, your Daredevils, your Black Panthers, the ones that really have those kind of like deep, threatening kind of dynamite poses to them.
yeah, this is just a wow. We're off the turntable.
Wow.
And
Wow.
okay, I'm doing this on the fly here. Well, I've actually
Oh, he doesn't
extended.
fly.
Well, no, I've extended past the turntable there, so that's why I'm going to have to put him down on the floor.
Wow, that's,
table here.
yeah,
But-
that's not something that you could see with some
Yeah.
previous pieces.
But being able to go flat foot like that, to be up on the toe point, well, lift it up like so, is a really, really neat thing. I'm just going to do a spin of the character and allow our cameraman to let you see the suit itself has this great text, which I'm going to say Wakandan text because I'm not sure how else to describe it, but
look at that.
up on the shoulder. Also look in the front on the chest, right? I'm kind of doing this one, but can you see right here?
Oh yeah, it's very subtle.
Subtle in the black.
Under the lights, it's very visible.
Yeah. So depending on how you do it, and this is, so he's got a few on there, and this one is kind of raised. All of that bronze color is light raised. It's not painted on, so it gives a three-dimensional depth to the suit.
Well, it is interesting too when you
More
look
of it
at
there on the back.
when you look at suits like Black Panther and you look at the original designs that they did, and they were very kind of flatly drawn characters because you were working with just a flat black kind of a thing. That to then see where they went with that and the detail that they're putting in, and that Hot Toys does to make, you know, that the movies did, and then Hot Toys brings out to make these characters really dynamic for what they're giving you is really fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a question from
yes.
the audience. Can Black Panther do that pose as well, or is this with a new body, like that extreme stretched out pose?
You know, I wish I had the Black Panther here in studio to do it, but I don't.
I don't
but
feel
I'll.
like his knees bent that.
But his knees bend that way. You know what? I'll have to look back, and I'll try and add it in the comments on this one. Okay. But I will look into that for you as far as the knee.
Yeah, that is. It's funny when you do see something where they come with a new breakthrough.
Yeah, new breakthrough.
just
Oh
like,
no,
oh.
I really wanted my other one to do that, which is probably why I have 5 and 6 of the same toys.
The other question is, does this have the UV reactive features like
No.
T'Challa?
No, and that's because the character didn't have it. We never saw that.
Right.
I mean, if the technology was there, we didn't see it in the
That
film.
was the kinetic energy.
Yeah, the kinetic energy is not part of that one.
Okay.
For this particular figure. Now, we have up here our masked sculpt. We get a good range of motion. Okay. Full onto the side. Again, some of that lettering. And this is raised version on there.
It's funny the details of the mask. You almost don't even notice it in the film until you look at the toy.
Correct. Yeah, I was like, wow, what is all that?
They really made it kind of pop. you
Good
know?
tilt action that you're going to get. So we've got a good range of motion on there. But I'm going to swap it out so you can see the port. There's our masked version. And this is so you can see the portrait version. And this portrait is, again, Hot Toys always seems to give us great portraits. And with the Black Panther series, they've really...
I mean, that...
particularly where I'm so amazed is in the hair. The way they've been able to do the hair. So we're going to turn him here to see the back. You saw this a little bit on the other Black Panther figure we did, but that light kind of fading, shaved hair.
I mean, that's...
Tight
amazing.
braiding. Take a look at the jawline and the beard. This is, you know, facial hair has always been difficult to do in this scale. But to get that kind of texture like that, I'm gonna get him up so he's looking at you. But
Yeah.
there is a
that's what I was like. I was like, get those eyes up
Oh, the
because
question
that...
is.
there is a very, but his character was very
No.
stern and determined.
I would want to, like, as much as I like the helmet, I would probably, if I
would do it this way.
I would go with...
I am actually going to show you what pose I will be doing.
The
At the very
question
end of
is
the show.
that hair sculpted?
Yes, the hair is sculpted. The braids on the very back, we're going to spin around, are something that they added on. They're not something that's removable, but it allows it to have more of a fuller look on there. And range of motion on the head there is the same as when we had it for the masked version. If anyone unless anyone objects, I'm going to leave it on the portrait because I really,
No, I 100%
I
would.
really like the portrait.
Like I am a big suit and helmet person, but sometimes the portraits just capture.
Yeah, this is great.
And I think the film focuses so much as much as it's T'Challa's story, it is Erik's story as well.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I would, even like with Black Panther and the Killmonger, I would probably do heads visible just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just it's a spectacular portrait. The out of the box, the hands that are going to be on it are the grip, standard kind of grip punch.
He's ready to punch you right
Ready
out of the
to-
box.
Yes.
Be careful.
Well, this actor does punch in a lot of movies.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say it's his creed. to do so.
Perhaps you could. I want to show off two different hands, and then we'll swap some out.
Ooh, look out. This kitten's got claws. Meow.
That's kind of the neat, and the reason I want to show these particular two off is it's a very similar pose on the hands. However, one is with the claws extended, and one is not. Again, there's that deep detail in them.
Yeah,
But there
that's
you go.
bananas. That
Extended,
looks so cool.
and then not extended. One a little bit more upward in some of the fingers. And the last one that we have in pairs is a gripping hand, and this is for your spear and sword. So,
There was a question
Yeah.
about, is the head on a peg or is it on a magnet?
nope, peg. I'll
It's a peg? Peg head.
standard peg.
Okay.
All right, that's our standard peg. But it does allow us by doing that to show you that there's the peg itself is the tilting
Yeah.
in it, okay, because of the suit. Put that back on. I mean, for Spooktober, I guess we could have headless characters, right?
Spooktober, close enough.
Spooktober.
Yep. Close enough.
Yeah, well,
I am going to pop one of them out to do the swords and such. Swords and spears.
yeah, the spear tip and then the sort of wide sword.
We are given an extra set of the wrist pegs.
I do like that they do the extra sets too.
Yeah.
that is a really because it's smart. It doesn't cost them anything more, and you know
Exactly.
gives you such a great sort of insurance in case you.
Now, if you do remove the full peg and not just the hand one, obviously let's be a little careful when we push back in, because that suit goes all the way up.
While he's doing that, we have a question about,
Mm-hmm.
he says, what are your, I think he means all three of us, your favorite Hot Toys figure? Your favorite one.
Favorite.
Favorite? It would have to be my Indiana Jones. When they did Indiana Jones, I was so excited. I really probably shouldn't say how many of that one I bought.
Can
But-
I have one?
Give me one.
Well,
Can I just
that
have
would
one
put me
for
in a
free?
baker's dozen. So I guess that. No, I bought.
You have what we call in the business a problem.
Yes.
This actually,
yes,
this show
it
is
is definitely.
just a very involved intervention.
This is an intervention.
Yeah, it really is, and I thank Sideshow for helping me with my addiction, and also being the reason for my addiction. So it comes full circle. The other one I want to change one of the hands out is the extended claws hands. I think if you're doing any of the fight poses between he and Black Panther, these guys are claws out at that point. They are definitely going to be claws out.
Sounds
dig
like
what
Guy
we-
has a plethora. of
Yes,
Indiana
but
Jones
no
figures.
pinatas. But I like those.
Yeah, it's
The
funny
claw
because
action.
the weapons are great, and my instinct would first to do the the two weapon pose that
Mm-hmm.
he does when they're about to start the fight.
But
But
those
now that I
hands-
think about it,
His hands are
actually
open.
might do the claws, and I would let the weapon sit in the box. That's
Yeah.
me personally. The sculpt for the claw hands is
It's really neat. It's really a cool aspect because it's tiny in that how they extend or in, but how dynamic it is in that little bit of change. So, all right. So we currently are looking at it with the portrait.
Oh, Jamie says a great group pose would be Killmonger T'Challa as fully suited as if they were the mannequin with Shuri showing them off before T'Challa picks his.
Oh, yeah, in that
with the
scene.
suit head, yeah.
turn these great characters into mannequins.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I could pose that.
Yeah.
I could definitely do that. There is a question, when is this shipping? It says the estimated shipping is October to November, which is honestly any day now. These
Yeah.
are going to be arriving and shipping any day now. I did drop the link. I'll drop it again. But this is going right now for $235, and there are payment plans available. And they're shipping very, very soon.
So now when we've got the hands up, we're going to look at the waist in that range of motion. As I talked about with the legs, when we do the extension to get those deeper, that you'll hear an audible pop. You'll also hear that in the midsection and torso. And I think it's because these are done with the suit on them. The joints are good and snug. When I say snug, that's what not tight. They're not difficult to move, but it does have an audible.
Well, you want to hold the pose too.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't have to worry that this is gonna come loose and.
Yeah. Well, it helps
intense.
lock in the poses too. you
Exactly.
know? Like if you're gonna do that locking in there, it gives you a lot of options for how you want to do it.
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there you go. So quite a bit of range on the chest. In their instructions, which we talked about, when you're doing that, on the back here, kind of the little rear belt, those are not glued on fully, and that's so it can stay tight to the suit with the range of motion. So it's telling you, hey, those are sharp and be cautious. So when I go that direction,
Oh, I can see it.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And that would be because if they were glued on there, it would restrict range of motion. Our bicep cut, if we need there.
Look at him. Look at them pythons right there, huh?
He's a big dude.
Yeah,
He's a
man.
big
When
dude.
he shows up at the fight, he's all shirtless and he's got all the
That's the-
bumpies all over him. and I
That's
was
the
like,
next one I'm
"Damn,
hoping.
dude."
That's the next one I'm hoping they do.
Shirtless Killmonger.
Well,
Aren't we all?
I liked him in that fight. His hair is very different than this, where
He's got the hanging braids,
yeah.
right?
This is the I've now won as well.
Yeah, we need an "Is this your king?"
Yep.
Killmonger. Like honestly, though, I know it's kind of like it's kind of haha, but at the same time, like, yeah, that's probably. Think about the scenes of that film. Like, what are the most memorable ones? And that really is the one where he's pointing down at a beaten and broken T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
I want one. Give me one. Give it to me, Guy.
I'm so tight with these guys. I'm sure that they'll do the ones I wanted.
Just like these joints on the
Oh, God.
Sixth Scale Hot Toys Erik Killmonger from
Yes.
the Black Panther collection.
So again, you can do some deep. The ability to do the deep poses with these, particularly on the Black Panther ones, those fights are very cat-like and aerial, and that is a great one.
Yeah, he does seem like a dynamic pose kind of a toy.
He's a dynamic pose character. We are going to look at one other thing real quick that I brought from home.
Gus is saying that you can pop the legs down for flexibility, and the shoulders can pop out as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, those are the ones I talked about. Is,
Oh, when
that
you're
are
saying
that are in your instructions.
Yeah.
So, the same pop when if you first get them and you're nervous about how will I know about the legs, and I've said there's that audible sound. First, move the torso so you kind of get familiar with what that sound is.
So it doesn't sound like shattering.
So
plastic.
you just when you do the leg, you don't go, oh gosh, did I do something I shouldn't have?
You don't snap the figure in half and go, sounds like normal.
It sounds like normal. So there we go. The figure does come with a backdrop, and I will open it up.
Open that backdrop, Guy.
Yep. Standard cardboard backdrop that you'll attach. We're going to move the figure out of the way. And this is what it is.
It's very museum quality.
It's
like
a very-
a very
yes.
museum style piece.
Yes.
And someone said they really wish though they could see him on the throne. I mean, that'd be
Well,
really cool.
you
if
know,
we could do something
that
like
was the cool part is I did say I brought something from home. And
What is it?
I know
What'd
I
you
get
bring?
asked.
Is it a
how
toy
are-
for me?
And how are you going to display yours? Well, I'm going to display mine with this here.
Bonus unboxing.
Bonus unboxing. Yes, we're doing two.
We should have a thing that comes up on the screen for that.
Yeah, this is the Hot Toys 6th Scale Wakanda throne.
Yeah, this one currently is available. And I think this shipping now? Ben?
Yes.
Well, because
Yes.
it shipped to me, so
Yes.
Is this shipping? Guy, you have it.
I have it. So yes,
So
it's
yes.
shipping. Duh. Sorry. Again, great box art on this one here. We get a matte raised version of the throne on the top, along with the Panther logo. The reason I just didn't have it out and wanted to show it to you in boxes is that I really was pleased with the way in which the box. Again, we're going to get the
Credits there.
credits, which is neat to have. But the throne itself, in the clamshell, when we lift it up and out, they've put a few. I'm going to drop this down here. A few little pads on the front. It locks in place when you have it shut. And the nice part is, so the thing is not moving and wiggling, but because it's got the little pad on the inside, I know, I'm showing the inside of a package, but I just
You get
did
so stoked about the weirdest things.
I know.
And I absolutely
like,
love
don't
it.
use acetone on your figure because, well, I don't know why you would do that. But I like the little pads there because I've always, I'm one of those that is nervous. Oh gosh, am I going to scratch or damage it, in and out, or is it going to be in shipping? And I don't have to worry with that. And then the back even has a foam one in the package, and that's because the back is so detailed. I'm going to put this up on our turntable, and we are going to turn this around. Really, really great artwork. You may remember I did show this real quickly with our other Black Panther figure, but she didn't ever sit on it. He did. Great detailing and texture in the whole thing. The seat itself has a great wood grain pattern. I'll have to go with it. I like the back a lot.
Show the back, it's like a mystery.
Yes. But, do you have him as a...
There you go. That's exactly the way I
Nice.
picture it.
Yep.
He is totally chill.
Yep. Yeah.
If you have a small remote control, you can put in his hand.
Or a guitar.
Or guitar.
perhaps.
Yeah, yes,
It
exactly.
looks like he's just playing air guitar right there, and I am
Well,
here for it.
I wanted to see if he could do the foot over the...
Well, you can pop those legs
Yep.
and shoulders out for dynamic posing on the throne.
Exactly. But let's actually do a nice throne piece pose with him. Terry, I'm sure will do a better one. That's why I love watching his show.
Shout out to Terry.
Whoops.
There's a question while you're posing.
Mm-hmm.
Guy, did your love for Indiana Jones contribute to Raiders, the story of the greatest fan film ever made?
Have you seen that film, folks? Is that why you're asking that question?
Somebody did.
Jamie Dewberry did.
Jamie, are you familiar with it? Yes. Well, I've always loved Indiana Jones. That was a huge thing for me.
Even before it came out. Nice try, Guy.
No, not before it came out. But in '81, that was I loved it. I learned about the kids from Mississippi that had done a shot for shot via an article years later and said, "Oh wow!" And I was fortunate enough in Los Angeles to get to go and see it at the Mann's Chinese Theater, and at 8 o'clock in the morning in full Indiana Jones gear. Yes, that's the only costume I own. I showed up and wound up meeting them. They thought I was part of the production, and I was not. I wasn't. But anyway, to speed it up, I said I really want to be the bald mechanic, that they'd never shot the scene with the airplane. They had never done it, and I found myself 4 years later in Mississippi with all of them as 40-some-year-old adult men, and we went back and shot that scene.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
And I got to play the pilot, which was really neat. So it was kind of fun. So
Pretty
yes,
good.
that's definitely my love for that.
That looks amazing.
But that figure, look at that. I've still got him with the claw out hands, which I think I would go with the relaxed ones when I actually.
You can never be relaxed when you play the game of the thrones. You either win or you die.
So we went there. Yeah, which is good.
There was somebody who joined us a little bit later who
Uh-huh.
wanted to know about if there's swap out heads. If you could just show this.
Oh,
You
yes.
don't have to swap it out, but you can just show the other.
Yeah. You know what? Oh.
Put it in his lap.
Just,
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
This is my guy. Oh, there it is.
there
That
you
actually
go.
is great.
That's
a
pretty
great pose.
cool.
All right. So, actually, let's turn the head to the.
They're wanting to
Side
know
on.
where they can see this movie that we have been discussing.
There is a documentary about making that scene. I think it's still on Netflix.
Nice.
Oh.
Called Raiders: The Story of the Greatest Fan Film Ever Made, and it does from time to time tour as a double feature, which is kind of fun. But yes, that's part of my Indiana Jones love, was building a airplane and blowing it
So
up.
there is a question. Gus said,
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys think of the golden lines on the suit? It's been a major topic of discussion in the collector community.
What do I think about how long they're? Is there a deeper question on what do I think about them, or is it just do I like them, or am I concerned in any way?
I think that he was trying to be neutral and just say, what do we think
Oh,
of them?
I think
Because-
it's great. I love that they're raised. I'm not concerned that they're going to pop off or anything like that. Hot Toys is always pushing the envelope on design, and their R&D. So I'm not worried that these things are going to lift off. I'm sure it's some incredibly new printing process. Now his suit is called the
Golden Jaguar.
Thank you very much.
Jaguar.
the Golden
Guy,
Jaguar.
It's called the Golden Jaguar.
The Golden Jaguar.
There. Ooh, that was so good. It was like a
have it.
commercial. Everybody
suit.
say it at home.
Suit. But I think the lines look great. I love having an additional texture. I'm glad that it's not a flat printed like you would maybe see in the underlying pattern of it. I'm glad that it's just not a slightly brighter version. I love that it's a raised thing on there. I like it. I like it a lot.
What do you guys, at home, I'm curious to see what people at home think about
Mm-hmm.
it, because it apparently has been
Has
a
it
topic
been
of
a
discussion.
topic of controversy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me know what the topic is, because I'd like to, if it's a, could you rub on that? Does it feel like it's going to pop off?
Well, if you don't want to rub any acetone or benzene on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why they told you that. Maybe they're having people think that they would do that.
Maybe that messes up the lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything about
But like I said, yeah, God, that figure's cool. Yeah, I think they're great. I think they look very, very good, and I'm not concerned that they're going to come off. If that's part of the concern, or if that's what the topic is about.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a close one.
Yeah, well, I don't drop my toys.
I think they're asking, can you lean him a little bit forward and have his hand up like he was like gauntlet holding?
Oh, okay.
What if he
It's
got
going to be
the
a new
gauntlet?
segment.
Yeah.
The gauntlet section.
Uh-huh.
Segment. I
Yes.
said the word wrong the second time
That's
I said
all
it,
right.
for God's sake.
The first comment is the gold lines are awesome, makes it look different from the real Black Panther. Yeah, I think I'm interested to know now what the collector community has been saying
Yeah.
Why
this
did
is
they say something?
This is a. Yeah,
Why would you hear?
What'd you hear? This is the first time hearing about the gold line
Being a topic.
being a topic.
Yeah.
Because you were too busy watching Black Panther last night.
But I was too
You
busy
didn't pay
watching
attention.
But,
The Paradox Nerd is clearing it up for us because he doesn't match with Black Panther. Black Panther doesn't have his lines more pronounced until
Okay.
you shine the black light on it. So they're saying the actual figure, the way that they did this, doesn't match the way that they did Black Panther's.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I see what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
thank you.
I think with that one there, because you were going with the lighting effect and this, that, and the other, that may have been a reason that they did that one that way versus a raised that they've done with this one. But I'm glad that they did the raised with this. I like the. Anytime you can, with a flat suit like this, it would be very easy for it to kind of blend and be bland.
Yeah, well, that was my original concern with the piece is like, how do you make
Yeah. Is it-
something that's a very flat, very like it's like you're wearing a jumpsuit, and they really make it pop. It's really strong, especially in real life.
Yeah. When I talked about the writing on there, I love that one on the forearm. I don't know what this says. If there is a Wakandan font or language that maybe, yes, I'd be the guy to type that kind of thing in to find out what it is. But that's just another piece that I think is
We've got some more input here.
Mm-hmm.
So Gus said it looks phenomenal. Lots of people didn't like the highlighted lines because it wasn't screen accurate due to Killmonger's suit only lights up when he has the kinetic energy on the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, his suit is dark with very little gold lines. So they're saying it's not accurate
Oh.
to the film.
okay, I understand.
Sure. Sure.
I think I was under the impression that there was a concern about either the design or the
Right.
the
But just they're
durability
talking
and
about
as
the
what
presence of it at
yeah.
all. Gotcha.
Actually, it doesn't match up the way I intended to have
You
it.
have to.
So
You have to.
I did do that.
Did you nerd explain?
I did.
Okay.
I
Yeah, the Paradox Nerd said he thinks he looks great. The lines are definitely not a deal breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I think it's great. I think the aesthetic of it
Mm-hmm.
is better than it being completely screen accurate for him. Like he doesn't walk around with it that way.
Correct.
But if you're doing a fighting pose.
But if you're doing a fighting
gonna
pose,
wanna
which is
see it.
probably what most of you would
Agreed.
want to do,
Especially with the
I think it's
capabilities of the
yeah.
piece.
I think it's way to. When we talked about that, you can drop the leg joint out a little bit to get the deeper poses.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to do one of those, or if you're playing with it and posing it, and then you want to go back into the standard static, you'll want to push back up, and again
Mm-hmm.
make that kind of pop sound. But there is Erik Killmonger.
Hey, Eric.
What's up, Eric?
Eric, you looking good, bro. Turns out he's a toy. He doesn't talk back.
Or
We're
he's
not
just
a
rude.
yeah. He's stoic. We talked about that. He's stoic.
Is this your conversation starter? Sorry, I'm a small talk guy. I'm sorry, Eric.
But
Eric.
I just he's a neat looking figure. I'm loving. I really enjoyed the film, but I think I like the toys even more.
You know, it's funny too because he's really one of the villains that holds up as being one of a very relatable and not wrong character. Like he's a relatable villain.
I think that's the relatable aspect, or you get where he's coming from. This isn't a evil diabolical plan or anything like that.
Matt says the translation of the text is.
They translated it, Guy. You
Yeah.
excited?
You people rock!
Get ready for it.
I love that!
Don't get them wet. Don't expose them to bright light, and don't feed them after midnight. Thanks, Matt.
Now wait, is there any that says don't use benzene
Yeah.
and all of that? Is that somewhere on here?
Never
So
give
these
them
are
benzene
see the
after
instructions are printed for you in Wakandan. So if you lose your instructions, they're right there on the figure. That's
Yes.
incredible.
It's a great
I like
little
that.
Easter egg.
That's just a neat thing to have on there.
What's weird is that on any Gremlins things that we talk about, all Black Panther information on it.
It's all Black Panther info.
Yeah.
So is that...
Just a
So it looks like you're getting... That seems to be... I think he was made to have that kind of legs
Yeah.
out pose. Like that's, I think, what a lot of people are going to settle.
yeah. So there's just another
God, he looks so... That face sculpt is aggressive.
face sculpt
good.
is really, really good.
One of our comments is, I love this figure, the way the suit shows the wrinkles when you bend the body parts. Haven't seen one like that before. It's great. The suit, the texture of the fabric or not the fabric, but that material, whatever it is cool.
It's vibranium.
My bad. Vibranium.
Idiot. It's vibranium.
I know
Watch the movie.
I know we had it
Fake geek.
in one of ours where it said don't leave in dynamic pose. We had that with the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about that in this one here. So
You can
I think you can leave it in your dynamic poses. I love being able to get kind of I like that we're getting such a deep pose that we need to get a larger turntable.
I noticed there's some weapons in there. Did we go over?
Yes, we did. Our spear and our sword, and he does have the two holding hands for that.
Guy,
so.
I'm gonna make a request. Can you switch out the hands and do the weapons poses, please?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
I beat whoever the comments.
Yeah, be careful on the pronunciation there.
Sure. I got no sleep last night. I get regular work. Yeah, it's sleep is for the weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
You guys
during.
don't even know what's coming.
Yeah, not during this.
It's
Okay.
just like for during the week.
No. You can sleep is for the people that are weak, but also during the week.
But during the week. Sure. Let's do the weapon.
I get homonyms now. I get it.
Okay, so as we said, two of the
Homophones.
you do get the two hands that are gripping hands that we're going to use for the weapons.
Oh wow, Gus says, I love this figure. It could be figure of the year, or at least villain figure of the year.
Oh, nice.
He wishes the backdrop had a Wakanda jungle or city would be great. Yeah.
I like that idea for a backdrop, but
Yeah.
I really like that for a backdrop.
Well, yeah.
You
did have it shipped.
The Black Panther figure I have with the light up, so he has that background. So this is the background for my Erik Killmonger. I have a different. I really like the throne a lot.
And Adrian is commenting how he loves the seamless look between the plastic interchangeable hands and the fabric. You can barely tell the difference.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah, it's really very, very, very non-noticeable on that. I guess would be a phrase to say. But again, you've got those hands for weaponry.
Yeah, Paradox Nerd said this portrait is one of the best this year. Agreed. It's an amazing portrait.
Yeah, it's like I haven't really seen a lot of any real bad portraits, but there are some that are just.
There are some that really excel.
This one, it really is. It captures Michael B. Jordan, and it captures the character of Erik Killmonger so perfectly. I wish I want that. Is this your king? A hot toy? I want it now.
Well, good.
Give me it.
Give it to me.
Does this have a swap out torso?
I do want that figure. That I would bet that we will see that come down the line eventually, because it's just, again, that's a very pivotal scene you're talking where overthrown, and that was
Throne.
He got overthrown
oh
over
there
the
you
throne.
go. Ba-dum-bum. Do we have the sound effect? Probably
Work
not.
on that.
But
No.
We'll add it in post.
But add it add it in post.
Oh, what, we're
I'm
live?
sure.
Oh, no.
I'm sure our crew loves to hear that phrase.
Yep. Yeah, Eric says, I've been waiting on this figure since walking out of the movie. I think it's Hillian. Says, I love the detail put into this, and the colors are terrific. Great choice of weapons.
For a split second, I thought Eric said that he walked out of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I walked out of the
He
movie.
was like, I can't watch this.
But I like the toy.
I need the toy.
I need the toy. I want to do my own fight scenes, which now you can.
Yeah.
Just a great figure.
Why, thank you.
Put back the
I've
other
been
one.
Working out.
Thank you.
The toy. You meant the toy. Okay. Well, good
Um,
job, Jeff.
What I like about his, when he has the
Yeah.
hooded, I like that it almost has that screaming jaguar, because it's the open mouth fang.
Meow. Right? That's what he says.
If we go tight in there.
In the film Black Panther, he says meow.
I'm not
That's his
sure
vibe,
that
right?
was.
I think
Yeah.
That
it's
was
been a
one of
while
them,
since I
but,
saw the movie, but I was pretty sure.
Yeah. And there's that Golden Jaguar print up on top.
Jaguar.
Can really see the print work on that.
A good Golden Jaguar.
And this is, the head is a molded plastic, the body is a fabric, but just like you said you were surprised at the lines between the hands and the suit that you barely see, and it's not very noticeable. Same up here with the, into the mask. It's not hugely distracting or noticeable.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
It is pretty darn cool in both static action or in relaxed sitting on the throne pose. I think he's a great figure.
Agreed. We'll agree. Well, I guess we'll just have
Agree
to
to
agree
agree.
to agree then. I mean, I feel like we covered it, right? I mean, there's not.
If there's any
Unsealed
questions
and
that people have,
We've covered it. All the questions have
Nice.
been pretty much there. So
Yeah.
I guess at this point,
if anybody knows about a Wakandan language, though, I do want to know. That would be funny if it was the
guys,
warning
could be
labels.
like, well, last night in preparation for the episode, I read
I did
the How to Speak
look at
with
every
Wakandan.
font.
Rosetta Stone.
I did pull out a Rosetta Stone.
I got a Duolingo account for. Well, I guess, Guy, thank you so much for
Thank
showing
you.
us this toy. Thank you, obviously, Hot Toys, for making this toy. Thank you so much. The Sixth Scale, Erik Killmonger from the Black Panther movie film. You
I'm
remember
interrupting you. There's one last question.
Yes.
oh, no!
Jamie wants to know, in that pan up, you could see the wrist pin. Does the suit fabric form around the pin after you change out a hand?
Oh, I don't know if I kind of glazed over it. When you remove the pin or change them out, the fabric is a little bit longer.
Oh, so it will come
Okay,
down
so it
over.
will, I'm kind of pulling it a little so you can see it. Okay, so it comes down a little. So it's made that if you wanted to go over, or you can kind of do a tuck in.
Okay. So if you were taking your time and not doing a quick swap.
Yeah,
like
I
you
was
were-
doing kind of a quick
Yeah.
swap and not moving them around as much, but
They said, be careful handling the suit and helmet. All that kinetic energy is going to send you flying from your seat, so be careful.
yes. I can't wait for that. That sounds fun.
I'm going to send him flying from his seat. Just tell him there's a new Indiana Jones toy coming out.
Wow,
Okay,
if there
now you
is,
can
please let me
resume
know.
your-
Oh, can I do
your
that?
sign
Was
off
it
now.
worth it about the seam thing? Okay, well, bye, I guess. I don't know. As always, thank you, Guy Klender, for all of the unpackaging work and enthusiasm that you bring to this. Autumn, here in the chat, dealing with all of the wonderful questions, comments, and concerns that you brought to. Remember, we are a relatively regular show. You can catch us pretty often, so don't be afraid. There's going to be a new one on Monday.
It's the first I'm hearing of it. And
It's
I
going to
like
be.
Mel, am I allowed to say?
It's going to be May. No, I don't know. That's not it.
You can.
Are we? Can I? I've been told that
Yeah.
it's Bucky Barnes. Now I don't know if I'm
Are we
allowed
allowed
to
to
say
say that, though?
that it is going to be a
Wow.
Bucky Barnes,
What?
but maybe on Monday.
Let's just not tell them that it's
I'm not going to
Barnes.
tell you.
Yeah.
That being said, don't forget, if you are watching on YouTube, or if you know about YouTube, which you do, don't forget to click, hit like and subscribe. Definitely like the video, because I need that affirmation. Hit subscribe and then hit that bell as well, so you get notifications, so
Yes.
you'll know when we are
You're-
pushing this up. Plus,
You're definitely going to want your notifications turned on starting Thursday.
because Spooktacular starts, and we're going to be throwing a lot of really cool stuff up that can take a little bit of chunks out of the cost of some of these Sixth Scale Hot
Yep.
Toys. Erik Killmonger from the Black Panther collection. Thank you, Autumn. Of course, I am Jeff May. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it, and we will see you next time. And don't forget to let your geek side show, and also sleep is for the week. Bye. You see how it's done? Hey, did you like that video? Be sure to subscribe by clicking the S icon on your screen and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under Product Info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.